Now I post 4 video, but 1 is playing and the 3 is still processing. But I have no intention to talk something that I have no plan to say. But is there anybody in this world that believe in mind game? For example, like you have a telephone. You want to send your mother a text message, or your father, or your brothers and sisters. Please help me, enlighten me, okay? I can ask you in my language, Creole. Maybe I will not make a mistake, but you will not understand it. I don't know. Am I talking English or English? London English or American English? Because I have no plan to post 1,000 videos to bury other important video. I want to do karaoke, but I'd like to ask a question. Do you ever see the text message flying out of the telephone? Maybe it's just me. You sending a text message to your mother, to your father. Please tell me, if you was the baby in the stomach, developing in the stomach, your mother have nothing to do with it. If you have a telephone, the telephone is developed in an institute. Are you really sending a text message, or the institute is actually letting you see what you're supposed to see? They read your mind and you type, and then instantly they send a text message to your mother. But can you see the number flying out of your phone? I mean, it's just a question, you know, because I'm supposed to be playing my videos. I speak out of knowledge and then I play back. But when I cannot play back, let me ask a question. If you're talking to somebody, you're in your house, the phone ring, why the people who passing in the street, why they cannot hear the conversation? I mean, your voice should be flying everywhere. Like from your house to the next house, everybody has to hear the voice, you know, this big speaker out. How can they pull it off? You know, how can you be talking to somebody in the city, but nobody in the street can hear your voice? Are you really making a phone call? I mean, you have an idea, you were sleeping, you have no mind, you wake up, you have to think. So, are you really thinking what you're thinking, or someone programmed the conversation and remind you of it, and then you make the phone call? So, if the one you're calling was sleeping at night, are you really making the conversation, or you just being used to be in this place to play a part, to babysit each other? I mean, for example, my laptop is inside my house, my computer is inside my house. How is it possible it can travel in a tiny little cable? How can it enter YouTube office, you know? It's magic. How does my broad face, my voice, pass through an ordinary cable? I mean, sometimes there are some things in your computer or on your TV, or you're watching a movie. Someone did something and you don't like it. You can't do nothing about it, you know. You can't change the movie, you just can fast forward it. So, maybe, the looks of it, I have too much time in my arm. No. I have extra time because my 2 children are not here. I have 4 kids. If I was taking care of 4, I will have less time. But they take 2 away. Now I'm left with 2. I have time for the 2. Right now they're playing games. So, they relaxing there. Behaving with the laptop. They're playing. That's in your game. What's the laptop guy? You can't see clearly because too much light. They're playing game. Ivory. Why is that? Hello. Ivory. No. They will behave. So, my point is, the consciousness was saying to me just when I was typing, there is 3 reasons why people smoke. 3. 1, when they were little in school, they running too much. There's this little pin that's connected to their brain, and when it shifts, it gives them a problem when the brain is developing and the max is stretching, and if the child runs too much, it makes that little pin is not connected to the brain to receive the fresh air properly. The question I say too, it depends, is the mother who owns the body, did she have a big head or a small head? And the father who's coming to make love to the body, because the father have a big head and the mother have a small head, and the father structure gonna stretch this mind, but the mother body is the brain is little, so it can make the brain inside the socket, it's stretching, and it make what's supposed to hold it together, it's not stable, it's moving, and that give a short of breath. But also the question I say just in the message I type, that there is so much, which is one human being, they divide themselves. They say they go to rest, but when they're resting, the other one's awake. And when they really think they're awake over here, the question is, the same group is in America, Australia, they're busy activity, whether it's love making, or in a red light, or in a casino. Someone is losing their money in the casino in the night, but a family member wake up here, the same body. Your family sitting in the casino stressing, or just doing partying. You wake up and you thinking, oh, you just wake up relaxing, but someone else is using your fresh air XX on the other side, which is one body. I am alone here. Picture me 500 years later. I am one human being. I have now 5 children. Picture 500 years later, when my one body is going to be stretched. I will do okay, but when my daughters stretch themselves, and when my daughter is now relaxing here, when they become 200, 300 pieces of them, and now some is in America doing activity, my daughter wake up here, it make the wind is not stable, because it was one that multiplies so much until they come to an understanding to decide to rest together. That will be short of breath, based on they don't even know who is their family, because everybody go East Coast, West Coast. So let me do a karaoke looking. Oh, there's a story here about a black woman. Funny. Oh, wait a minute. This woman is the mother of mankind, but she doesn't have money to give to people. How? Don't you just find it that they take a poor black girl because they want to make sure people cannot ask government for money?
This woman is the mother of mankind, the genetic Eve from whom we all descend. She lived 150,000 years ago in East Africa, and everyone on earth is related to her. Her daughters and granddaughters would take modern humans out of Africa to populate the rest of the world. Most incredible and important journey
Populate the rest of the world.
mankind will ever make.
Now, I saved that video. Let me look for karaoke. Should I take Hut? Because for 990 days, God has to be missing me. God has to be missing me, trust me. Now, forgive me, people. You know, I die many times, and very soon when I die, you will not even know I'm dead. So I have to punch. There is a God somewhere. I have to punch that God. And the only way to punch it is by my own way.